Now next is Levitt Model. Levitt developed Levitt's diamond, also known as Levitt's system model, in 1965 as a mechanism for analyzing the organization-wide effects a change strategy will have. So the author outlined 4 independent components of every organization, which organization must have. Without these 4 components, organization cannot work. So what are these components? These we can say must have components. Tasks, tasks to do. Without task, organization, what organization will work? People, without people, what organization will do? Structure, without a structure, how an organization proceed its operation? And the 4th one is technology. Yes, without technology, an organization cannot process its operation. So yes, these 4, we can say these 4 components every organization must have. And in this model, in this Levitt model, he outlined these 4 independent components, and he explained that to have a successful integrated change, it is crucial to understand the connection between each component. But yes, they are connected to each other, because if there is no task, what people will do? If there is no structure, how they come to know what to do and how to do, right? And without technology, how they proceed? So yes, these 4 all components are connected to each other. So we can say that in order to use the model effectively, you must first define exactly what each component does within your organization. Once this has been done, the second stage is to analyze how the change will affect these processes. So let's understand these 4 components which are must in the organization with the help of the example of fast food restaurant, which is changing from face-to-face order to the digital ordering system, which we do, and we can understand it very easily. Why? Because nowadays what we do, we order our food online, right? There are many examples like Zomato, like Swiggy, like McD, like Domino's. What we do, we just search, we just quote, we just put in cart whatever we want, and we place our orders, and within 30 minutes or whatever the time they have given, we get our food. This is online order system, which is again what? The technology that brings this all, right? So yes, let's understand one by one what it is. First is task. The key task of the restaurant is what? To take the orders, cook the food, and then serve it to the customers. As well as secondary tasks such as cleaning, customer service, and management. Clearly, this change will affect how orders are taken. This digital ordering system for which we are talking about, this is a change, because firstly we'll take the face-to-face order. Now what we are doing, we are taking the order digitally. So this is a change that will affect how orders are taken. However, it may also affect the way food is cooked, as chefs now receive the order online and how it is served, as table numbers are now automatically sent online rather than being told face to face. So this is the task, right? Second point comes here is people. What about the people? What about the changes in the people? So the 3 key roles in this restaurant thing are taking orders, cooking, and serving the food. So all 3 of the above roles will be affected by the change, and training may even be necessary for all individuals to adapt to the changes successfully. In particular, individuals taking order will no longer be needed. And the third one, that is a structure. Yes, as the individuals taking orders are no longer needed, the restructuring of a workplace will take place. Workforce will take place. This will result in either a layoff of workers or transferring them into new roles. If the second option we are choosing means we are transferring them into the new roles, so what will happen? Training may be required. So this is the structure, this is the effect of changes on the structure, that now if either we take them out or either we train them for the new roles. And the fourth one, that is again technology. This technology is not going to skip us, right? This strategy is clearly heavy focused on technology. The technology will need to develop so that it is efficient enough to make the order process faster than before. Yes, because again our customers are tech savvy, they know how to deal with this new effect, how to deal with this new change. So yes, as an organization, we need to implement these changes, whether it is task wise, whether it is structure wise, whether it is people wise, or whether it is technology wise. So this example has shown that what may be seen as a simple technological upgrade in one area of the business will clearly have large effects throughout the organization. For the change to be successful, all the factors, task, people, structure, technology will have to be evaluated and addressed. Now we will discuss action research model. So the entire process of action research, as its name implies, is action oriented with the objective of making the change happen successfully. So action research focus on converting the information into the action. Action research model improves an organization preparedness in proactively responding to the change in advance and developing the internal mechanism. Means whatever the change is come, they proactively work on it and implement that change in the organization. The model takes into account all the problems in a holistic manner, and it is equally ensured that the problems are addressed proactively with the effective solution. Solution is also there, but here the work is done proactively. The changes implement proactively. So in the entire process of action research, the change agents effectively take charge of the entire process. As process experts, provide feedback and are involved in extensive communication with the key stakeholders across various levels. They involve the top management professionals as well as the stakeholders in this process. As without their consent and involvement, the objectives of change implementation cannot be achieved. Action research model adopts a comprehensive approach to identifying the areas of improvement in all areas which may affect organizational functioning and success in the long run. Let's conclude the module 1. What we have learned in this module. So yes, we have learned about the change. That change is important in our life. We can't go ahead without welcoming the change. To compete with the world, an individual or an organization needs to welcome the change happily, needs to welcome this change wisely. So to gain this success in this competitive world, right? So we can say the change is essential part of an individual or for an organization. Yes, there may be resistance to change, and to understand this change process, we have different models which we have already discussed. Just in conclusion, we'll see what these models wants to say, wants to tell us what the change process we should implement as an individual or as an organization. So number 1, we have seen the Levitt model, which sum up its model in 3 points: unfreeze, changing, Refreezing. Unfreeze means recognize the need for change, that what it is, right? Then determine what needs to be changed in the organization and encourage the replacement of old behaviors and attitudes, because you are going to bring the new change. So this was the unfreeze. Second step is changing. In this, plan that change, implement that change in the organization, because you are unfrozen. You have taken your employees in unfrozen state, right? So now you can implement this change. Yes, to implement this change, planning is required. So this all happens in this changing state. Now third step is refreezing. In refreezing, changes are reinforced and stabilized. Integrate changes into normal way of doing things. So this was the Levitt model. Next is action research model. We have already talked about action research model, what it is, that this model focuses on converting information into the action. Here the change agent. Now who is change agent? The manager of the company itself is the change agent. Effectively take charge of the entire process as process experts and work accordingly into the action. Proactively action he work here. He brings the changes in the organization with the planning and different and plays a different role here. And moving ahead, that is A.J. Levitt's model. So what A.J. Levitt did here, what he talks about those 4 components which are must for any organization. What are these? Number 1, task. Number 2, people. Number 3, structure. And number 4, technology. Without these 4 components, no company can work out. And yes, we can say that these 4 components are interrelated to each other, because without any one of them, company cannot move on, company cannot move ahead. Thank you.